Leo, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's go. All right, Leo, Sun, Moon, and rising signs, as well as Venus. Leo, Sun, Moon, rising, and Venus signs. Tiana Louise, intuitive coach, consultant, here to help you look at your twin flame, deep soul connection, and the difficulties and challenges that you're facing in that connection right now. You guys are in some sort of separation, not communicating, all that kind of stuff, and you're looking for some clarity. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for liking my videos, subscribing to my channel. I've been very excited with the growth of the channel. Like I said, I recommitted to doing this, and I've been on point, and I love just receiving the love back from that commitment. So it's been a great thing. What else? Oh, make sure you stick around for the whole reading, because at the end I have a nice little thing that I'm going to share with you. We're going to have a little story time together. That's a new feature that I've added to the readings because I'm a book junkie. I love books. I use books in my coaching practice in addition to tarot cards, and before there were coaches, there were books. So I give all my clients book referrals, and so I want to make sure that I'm offering that to you as well, because we have a new moon happening in Cancer this week, July 20th, opposite Saturn. Heavy energy, resistance, frustration, tests, challenges, that kind of thing. I wanted to use the Kuan Yin Oracle deck. Kuan Yin is the goddess of compassion and love, if you don't know. And in this deck, the cards offer advice and higher perspectives around dealing with what can be difficult energy. So we'll use one card from here to look at the overall energy and the connection right now, and how you could raise your vibration around the perspective you're choosing to have at this time. Okay, so let's see what Kuan Yin has to say about your connection this week. Where does it stand? So we have the blessings of the Moon Maiden, which is interesting because the moon is ruled by Cancer. We're in Cancer season. We're having a new moon in Cancer. Twos, this is the number 2 card, represent balance and duality and making choices. Can also represent union. And so there's some blessings happening in that arena. Now, this is a deck that I don't use often, so I'm going to look to the guidebook to get some messages to help us clarify exactly what this Moon Maiden is here to tell us, Leo. So it says the Moon Maiden with her lucky hair. As you can see, she has a bunny rabbit in her hand. It says, the Moon Maiden with her lucky hair brings auspicious tidings of prosperity and abundance to you now. The universe seeks to replenish, restore, and create through you. And I just got that it seeks to restore what you may have previously felt was lost, right? So this is about expansion and growth, right? And abundance could mean material abundance. It says, allow yourself to receive beyond what you have thought is possible by opening your heart with gratitude now. Let the blessings of good fortune from the beloved Maiden of the Moon, Kuan Yin, flow easily into your life at this time. Wow, so you're really being asked to open up and believe in the impossible, believe it as possible. So this is telling me that something you may have thought was dead in this connection is being brought back to life. Something you thought, that could never happen has the potential of happening, but it also hinges on your ability to believe that it can happen. You really have to open yourself up to receiving that outcome, right? You can't limit what you are capable of attracting with any kind of doubt, negative beliefs, false beliefs, particularly when it comes to your own worthiness and how much you believe you are deserving of having, right? You deserve the whole pie and then some, okay? And so this card actually says that the universe will gladly share so much more than you could ever imagine possible if you just open up your heart and let go of any self-imposed limitations, doubts, and fears. Okay? So this is about being in your divine feminine energy, understanding that you can create over and over and over again. There's never any endings, any true endings, only beginnings, right? And, you know, you're always in an ebb and flow cycle, just like the moon. So if you felt blocked from manifesting, this card is telling you, hey, look, the tides are changing, okay? Something in your life, particularly this connection, is being infused with this abundant universal energy. So your job is to accept the gift. Accept the gift of abundance that is present here, Leo. And because we had a message of abundance come up, I want to pull from a deck that has to do with abundance to look at how that's playing out in the connection between you two. What are the abundance energies in terms of love, right? Because abundance is not just about material wealth, it's about spiritual wealth, emotional wealth, right? And it's about our capacity to receive love. So what does that look like between you and your person at this time? Oh, wow, look at that. So we have the Queen, which is representative of the moon. So a lot of moon energy here. So definitely you are being affected by likely that full moon in Capricorn that we just had, the buck moon, which is all about shedding and allowing new growth to come in, and this new moon happening in Cancer, which is also asking us to stay committed, to persevere, to stay dedicated to our goals despite the challenges. And to do that, you have to fully stand in your divine feminine energy, which is the moon, right? It says, I am an empowered feminine leader. You really got to up the belief in yourself, okay? The qualities that you really need to lean into right now: regal, courageous, prosperous, loyal, powerful, compassionate, intuitive, responsible, knowledgeable. This is about believing in yourself. That's what this looks like right now. How much can you open up to receive? How much can you let in? How much love and light can you let in? How much abundance can you let in? That will directly determine what happens in this connection next. Okay, so let's clarify this with some tarot cards, and I'm going to use this deck right here, actually. So this is telling me that you may have been repressing yourself as a result of doubt, fear, and insecurity, right? Not realizing, or maybe you do realize you have the power, but not really stepping into it fully, right? Feeling like something could be too good to be true, or something could never happen, right? Maybe you guys have been apart for so long, you've kind of given up, lost hope. But I hope this is serving as, you know, motivation for you to get that fire lit under your butt again and really recognize yourself for who you truly are, which is a powerful divine feminine. And it doesn't matter about the gender, right? It's just energy. And I definitely feel like this queen energy in the connection is you. So we have the Chariot, which is the Cancer card. I love it. We're in Cancer season. It's the Cancer new moon, right? This is telling me something about this Cancer energy is charging you up, right? And it's because, you know, Cancer rules the moon. Cancer rules the divine feminine energy. So that's charging you up. You know, you're taking back the control again. You're starting to realize that you can, you know, chart your own territory. You can chart your own path, not chart your own territory, but chart your own path here, right? You can take hold of the reins and direct your course, okay? And be successful. I love that. Yep, Ace of Pentacles. This is about abundance. This is about abundance. This is about joy. This is about a new beginning. This is about material wealth. And I see it as spiritual wealth as well. You know, like the Ace of Pentacles is like getting a blank check and you get to write the check. It's all about how much you can open yourself up to receive, right? This is about having the ability to really manifest all of your desires, anything that you want, right? Aces are really lucky. But the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like, is the jackpot card in the tarot. So this is like, if you plant the seed and tend to it, know that it will grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. So don't get bogged down by what has happened in the past, what has been uncomfortable in the past. Really let all of that go. You've overcome that. 9 of Wands energy. You are no longer this wounded soldier. You have healed. You have overcome. Okay? And you are ready to move forward, whether you know it or not. So let's look at your person's energy. All right, yeah, so their energy is the 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael, the heart. And your energy is the broken heart. Look at that. So to me, this is saying that this person, right, they have, you know, they have you on their heart, and they want to heal your heart. Like, this person wants to give you love. They want to mend some of your broken places, but you would have to let them in, and you would have to really believe that, you know, this could happen. For some reason, I feel like you really doubt this. Let's clarify what's underneath this heart chakra energy. And it's the number 38 card. 3 plus 8 is 11. To me, that is, you know, the twin flame number. Number of union. 1 plus 1 is 2. So with 11, that would break down into 2. Yeah, so I feel like after a period of really holding themselves back, they've moved more into their heart space, and that's likely why you've been doubting it, because it's taken some time. 7 of Pentacles. This has been, you know, something that, you know, they've had to work through. The results didn't come immediately, but now look who they are. They are the Knight of Cups. Okay? And so you would have to really lean into that, knowing they're ready to bring forth a new offer. And that's what that Ace of Pentacles represents. And so now the ball is in your court. Like, you actually, you know, hold all the cards. We saw that with that Chariot. You hold the power to really direct this into whatever way you want to go in. And they want to go in the direction of love, you know, after a period of, you know, being a little conservative and stingy. Let's just keep it real. Stingy with their energy towards you, you know, holding back. And that's what, you know, caused you to be in this 9 of Wands energy of feeling bruised and battered and, you know, disempowered. So let's see what's under your energy of this broken heart. Yeah, it's like, you know, they left you hanging. You were stuck, right? And you've been in that place for a while, and I feel like you've been in that place for so long you've gotten used to it and felt like you needed to move on. Maybe you actually already have, right? And we have this King of Wands. So to me, this is saying that it's possible you may have already moved on or have your eye on someone else, or this is them. Maybe you thought that's what it is. You thought they moved on, like you were left hanging and they walked away, okay? Like they left you hanging when they walked away, right? And they being the King of Wands, right? So this is fire energy here. This is a fire sign. Maybe your person is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I mean, this is could be you too. Energies could be reversed. So, like I said, this could be you considering to walk away after being stuck, hanging, or left hanging for so long. So apply that as necessary or as it fits. Okay. So where do you go from here? How do you really open up, Leo? How do you really open up in the highest good for yourself and for this connection? We're really going to look at that. How do you open up? How do you open up? How do you step into this divine feminine energy? How do you collect these blessings of the moon maiden? How do you really strengthen your belief around yourself, right? It sounds easy, but there's some things that you're going to have to do in particular to really get in tune with that energy. And so we'll look at that in the extended. You can find the link to that below. And before we go, I want to share with you the passage that came out from this book, Braving the Wilderness by Brene Brown, that came up when I meditated on your energy, Leo. And so there will be a link to this book in the description box below as well. So when I said, what does Leo need to know from this book? What messages does Leo need from this book? I was led to page 154 and 155. And it says, many of us armor up early as a way to protect ourselves as children. Once we grow into adults, we start to realize that the armor is preventing us from growing into our gifts and ourselves. Just like we can strengthen our courage muscle for a stronger back by examining our need to be perfect and please others at the expense of our own life, we can exercise the vulnerability muscle that allows us to soften and stay open rather than attack and defend. I think this is really important since that Nine of Wands showed up in your energy, right? The Nine of Wands is a card of being, on defense, having to fight, having to have the strength to stay standing, having resistance, being closed off, closed-minded, not being open. So it says this means getting comfortable with vulnerability. Most of the time, we approach life with an armored front for two reasons. We're not comfortable with emotions, and we equate vulnerability with weakness, and or, number two, our experiences of trauma have taught us that vulnerability is actually dangerous. Violence and oppression have made our soft front a liability, and we struggle to find a place emotionally and physically safe enough to be vulnerable. The definition of vulnerability is uncertainty, risk, and emotional exposure, but vulnerability is not weakness. It's our most accurate measure of courage. When the barrier is our belief about vulnerability, the question becomes, are we willing? Are we willing to show up and be seen when we can't control the outcome? Remember, we had that Chariot card earlier, which can be about controlling outcomes, which is when the Chariot starts to move into a shadow energy, okay? So it says a soft and open front is not being weak, it's being brave. It's being in the wilderness. It's being the wilderness. All right, Leo. Those are your messages. I hope you enjoyed that passage from the book. I will catch you over in the extended. The link for that is below. So is the link to the book that I just read out of. And don't you forget, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share the message. Don't keep this to yourself. Share it. Go ahead. Push share. Send this to somebody who you know could use it. All right, Leo, take care. Peace.